Hey everybody. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you who are tuned into this video, whether it be now or whenever that it finds you in divine timing. If this is our first time meeting one another, welcome to the channel. It's so wonderful to have you here. My name is Jasmine. If you are a returning subscriber, if you are a returning viewer, hello and welcome back to the channel. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. I thank all of you guys for tuning in, okay? Tonight, we are going to be talking about karmic relationships. For the last couple of videos, I have been talking about karma, the purpose that karma serves in our lives, and how we utilize karma to heal, to grow, and to evolve. And so tonight we are going to be talking about karmic relationships, the purpose that karmic relationships serve in our lives, and how to utilize these relationships to heal the parts of ourselves that need healing. All right. So, with that being said, okay, first of all, I just got to say this. I do not want to hold this phone. I do not want to hold this phone. I've been trying to prop it up on this nightstand here, but it keeps falling. And I'm just over it. So I'm just like, you know what? I just got to pick up the phone. Because, the more I sit here and procrastinate, it just gives more room and more opportunity for me not to post this video. And if I have not told y'all before, I am working through imposter syndrome. I am working through, self-doubt and the fear of still being seen and still showing up. These fears probably will never leave, but ultimately continuing to choose to show up even in the face of these different fears and thoughts that I'm having is what's going to allow me to win in the end, is what's going to allow me to see the results that I want to see when it comes to my channel, when it comes to my own personal growth and development. So here I am holding this phone. Don't want to be holding this phone, but fuck it. Let's get into tonight's topic. Karmic relationships. I have come to believe and to learn and to see that relationships are one of our greatest teachers in life. And that is because each and every one of us is a mirror to each other. We reflect each other's energy. And that is how, and the way that is because when it comes to manifesting anything in this life, but in this conversation, when it comes to manifesting relationships and when it comes to attracting these romantic relationships, we manifest these people from a energetic level. We manifest our partners and these connections through a energetic level, through a vibrational level. And if you have a low vibration about you, if you are codependent, meaning that you want to be with someone not because it's just something that you want, it's something that you feel like you deserve, but you are pursuing this relationship because it's something that you feel like you need. Like, I need this man because if I don't have this man, or if I don't have this relationship, I don't feel good about myself. And, I don't feel like I have any worth outside of a man. I don't know who else might be able to resonate with that, but that is one of the emotional patterns that I had to heal about myself. And the relationship that I was in, that was very, very much so karmic, taught me how to, release that. I had no other choice but to release that, or I was going to manifest that same person again. And I damn sure did not want that, okay? So yeah, we manifest partners from an energetic level, from a vibrational level. And if you are someone who has low self-esteem, you have low self-worth, and you want a relationship with someone because you feel like that relationship is going to validate you, you don't need to be dating. You need to be healing, my love. All right. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We all have to heal. We all have to take time to heal, because if we don't, it will infect the relationships that we want to build with someone. Okay, so the first sign that you are in a karmic relationship is an intense connection and a roller coaster of emotions. Now, I have been in a karmic relationship. I have been in several toxic relationships, but this last relationship that I got out of a couple of years ago really took the cake, guys. I mean, it put the cherry on the cake, okay? There was a very, very, very intense attraction between me and this man. And he is the father of my younger two babies. But very, very intense attraction towards one another. I mean, sexual attraction, physical attraction. You know, I love someone who I can vibe with effortlessly. Like, the vibe was effortless. It was effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know any other way to put it. But he was a vibe. It was a vibe. But little did I know that this was all an illusion. We were trauma bonding. This was a karmic relationship. And the relationship previous to this man, the man that I was with, I had dated him in high school. We rekindled something as we got a little older. And, you know, I was practically taking care of him, you know, whatever the case may be. But whatever the case may be, I told myself one time, it's not even that I told myself. One time I was sitting on my couch in my apartment, okay? I was sitting on my couch in my apartment, and I was thinking to myself that this is the exact thoughts that I had to myself. I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, wow, Jasmine, like, you're not happy in this relationship. You are not happy in this relationship. You don't feel valued in this relationship. You don't feel understood in this relationship. You don't feel appreciated in this relationship. You know, it's very chaotic. It's very dysfunctional. Yet you still stay. And, you know, the scariest part about that situation was that I knew that I was miserable. I knew that I was unhappy. I knew that the relationship was not healthy for me. There was mental abuse, physical abuse. You know, it was just a toxic relationship, a karmic relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself, I said, but I'm gonna stay anyway because I don't feel like I can do better. I'm scared to end something, to pursue something else. You know, that's shea butter. Oh, I was afraid. And I stayed in that relationship. It ultimately did end. And the relationship following that, I'm telling you, this is the relationship that took the cake. This is the relationship that took the cake. It brought up every emotional pattern that was toxic and unhealthy and that was ruining my relationships. And not just ruining my relationships, but keeping me from that was showing me where I didn't love myself, where I didn't value myself. I'm looking for a man to love me. I'm looking for a man to value me. But what it ultimately told me is that I abandoned myself because I was not giving myself that love and that respect that I wanted someone else to give me. We have to be what we want in others to ourselves first. If you want love and respect from someone, then you have to love and respect yourself first. If you want someone to really value you outside of what's in between your legs, outside of what you got in your pockets, what you can give to them, you know, all of the superficial things. If you really want someone to see you and to love you and to care for you, you know, on a genuine level, then you first have to be that person to yourself. You have to value yourself first. You have to respect yourself first. You have to love yourself first before you try to seek that in another person. All right. So yeah, and a very, very intense connection between me and my child's father. Very, very intense connection. But even with that, there was so much chaos and there was so much turmoil, guys, in that relationship. Like, I literally had to be mentally institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? And this is where I started to go through my spiritual awakening, when I started having to go to the psych ward, because I was literally going crazy. I lost everything. I was a certified nursing assistant. I had my own apartment. I had my own car. I was doing very well for myself up until I met this person. And when I got with this person, I got pregnant. I couldn't work at my job no more. It was a really good job. I couldn't work that job no more. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, I lost my car. You know, like my life went downhill with this person. But ultimately I had to understand that it wasn't because of this person. This person, all this man did, how all this man did was mirror back to me the fact that I don't love myself. I don't respect myself. I don't value myself. I don't appreciate myself, because if I did love myself, if I did value myself, if I did appreciate myself, if I did believe that I was really truly worthy of having what I want and having what I need, then I wouldn't be putting up with this. I wouldn't have been putting up with the last joker. I wouldn't be putting up with men who don't value me, who don't respect me, who don't care for me. I wouldn't even entertain it if I really did love myself, value myself, respect myself, and all these different things like that. So that is the first sign that you could be in a karmic relationship. You know what I'm saying? There's a very, very intense connection between you guys, the physical attraction. You know, you guys, that vibe, it's just effort. It's like it's effortlessly. Y'all effortlessly just click, you just vibe. But even in that same breath, it's like one moment y'all good and then the next minute y'all not. And this is not just a one-time thing. This is continuously happening. A roller coaster of emotions. One day y'all good, y'all spending time together, y'all going out, he treating you like a queen, or she treating or he treating you like a king, whatever I'm trying to say. Well, because just in case it's guys watching my video, I'm trying to, put it both ways. But whatever the case may be, one moment y'all good, one moment y'all not. Fucking the makeup, you know what I'm saying? Talking it out just for the same situation to come back up again. You know what I'm saying? Which goes into point number 2, the second sign that you are in a karmic relationship, and that this relationship is not meant to really last, but it's meant to teach you and show you where you're not loving yourself, where you're not valuing yourself, where you're not putting yourself first, where you're lacking boundaries, where you are being codependent, where there are abandonment wounds, where there are rejection wounds, where there are self-worth wounds, where there are father wounds, where there are mother wounds. That relationship is there to teach you and to push you into healing, to trigger you into healing. It never gets better. No matter what you do, no matter what you say to this person, you could wear your heart on your sleeve. You could keep telling this person how what they're doing and what they're saying is how it's making you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it never gets better. Y'all never grow. It never really grows. It never grows. It never grows. It never grows. It never goes anywhere. It's constantly that back and forth of bickering, then making up, then bickering, then making up. I mean, a very nasty, vicious cycle, an emotional pattern. All right. Number 3, the difficulty in letting go. Listen, I did not think that I would ever be able to get over my baby daddy. I mean, I had been through breakups before, but like I said, this breakup right here, it just put the icing on the cake of relationships. Like, I was in and out of the mental hospital, guys. Like, I was in and out of the mental hospital. Like, I was obsessed with him. I was really obsessed with him, but like I said, at the end of the day, the reason why it was so hard to let go is because I didn't value myself and I didn't love myself, and I felt like I could not do better than that. I seen women in my life settle in relationships. I watched my mother accept infidelity. I watched my mother accept my father, stepping outside of his marriage, having multiple children outside of their marriage and still stay. I watched my grandmother accept infidelity. You know what I'm saying? I've watched my family, you know what I'm saying, just be in toxic relationships. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, when you grow up seeing that, you think it's right anyway. You already fucked up from the start, because if you grow up seeing that, You are now programmed and conditioned to believe that this is normal, this is what is right. So when I was in toxic relationships, the reason why I stayed is because I thought it was the right thing to do. First of all, I thought it was the right thing to do. I thought that I thought that the way that I proved my love to a man was by sacrificing myself, sacrificing my mental health, being quiet, not saying anything. You know what I'm saying? By silencing myself, by sacrificing my health and wellness, my well being. That is what I thought. Struggle love, sticking with a man even though he's cheating on me, sticking by a man's side even though he lying to me, making up every excuse in the world. Oh, well, mama won't there for him. Oh, well, his daddy this. And, oh, well, and all these different things like that, making up excuses why I'm staying. You know what I'm saying? But it was so hard for me to let go. It was so hard for me to let go. It was so hard for me to let go. And I had to take my pain, y'all, and let it fill me up to be powerful, to be powerful. I had to turn my pain into power. And that's exactly what I did. It was so hard to let go. I thought that this man was supposed to be my husband. Like I really thought that this man was supposed to be my husband. I thought that he was the knight in shining armor coming to, you know what I'm saying, just like put that ring on my finger. He used to always, I'm gonna make you an honest woman. I'm gonna make you honest. I'm gonna make you my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like empty promises, broken promises, making me feel like I'm crazy, saying stuff and then forgot he said stuff, bring it back up and you said something different, and when I speak on it, you making me feel like I'm crazy. No, I ain't say that. But really, you just, you know what I'm saying, caught in a lie. But whatever the case may be, that relationship was a reflection of the love that I did not have for myself. It was a reflection of the healing that I needed to do in order to stop being in a position where people could use me and abuse me and take advantage of me. It was hard. It was so hard. It was so fucking hard. But look at me now. I remember sitting in the psych ward, rocking back and forth on my bed, tears streaming down my face, praying and hoping to God that the nigga would call me at the goddamn psych ward. I'm like, goddamn, wait, look. It took me a long time to finally like just really start trying to like just really understand that I had to forgive myself. I was so angry at myself when I started realizing that this relationship was nothing more than a reflection of the love that I didn't have for myself. I just started just having so many thoughts, y'all, about my life, about my childhood. The more I'm going to therapy, the more I'm going to the psych ward and participating in these group activities and in these group discussions and things like that. And my mind is opening up and is receptive to the information because I'm so hurt and I'm so broken. I want this healing. I want this revelation. You know what I'm saying? Because I got young babies. I used to be a career woman. I done lost everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is life? What is this? What is this? I didn't even recognize myself. I didn't even recognize myself. I lost myself. And that relationship triggered me. It triggered the fuck out of me. It triggered the fuck out of me. I said, oh no, I got to heal. I got to heal. I got to forgive myself. The hardest part was forgiving myself. I'm like, how could I be so stupid? How could I let somebody do this to me? I was so mad at myself. I didn't want to commit homicide. I wanted to commit suicide. Because when I started to understand what was really going on, I'm like, you stupid bitch. You know, I was so mean to myself. I had to learn how to be compassionate to myself. And we learned to be hard on ourselves from the things we see growing up too. Beating myself up, criticizing myself. That's what I received growing up. Criticism, harshness. So of course that's how I'm going to deal with myself. There were so many patterns that I had to break. So many revelations that I had to accept. So many hard pills that I had to swallow. to get where I am today. It was worth it. It hurt like a bitch then, but that shit was so fucking worth it, because now I am talking to someone who I have attracted on an energetic level. I've been on my healing journey for a little minute now. And, I've been talking to this guy for like a year now. And, and for the first time in my life, I'm okay with taking it slow. I'm okay with, taking my time, not rushing into something, really actually making sure that I'm taking the time to make sure that this is right for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that feels good. And the fact that he really sees me, y'all. Like, he sees me, like, and he cares for me. He takes burdens off my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sees that I can do it alone, but he don't make me do it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a spiritual relationship. This is a relationship that I have attracted and that I have manifested through choosing to heal my toxic emotional patterns, to choosing to heal my abandonment wounds, choosing to heal the wounds of rejection, choosing to build my self-esteem up, choosing to remain single for some time. Now, I ain't gonna say I was always been celibate, but there were periods of time where I was not fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not fucking. I didn't want to be up in no nigga face because I was sick of these niggas. And I just realized my worth. I'm like, what the fuck I'm laying down with you for when you really don't want nothing real with me? You know what I'm saying? I just started getting like that. You know what I'm saying? Now I have boundaries. Now I have a relationship that reflects the work that I've been doing. And and he has manifested me too. You know what I'm saying? We manifested each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm such a happier woman now. The lessons were hard. But they were worth it. And I want to encourage anyone who is going through a karmic relationship. You are in a karmic. Oh my gosh, y'all. My storage was full. I had my video. That's why the video went off. That's why we got disconnected, because I didn't have no more storage. So I had to go free up some storage real quick, go delete some shit. But back to what I was saying. If you are someone, man or woman, it doesn't matter. If you are in a karmic relationship, if you are in a toxic relationship, if you are in an unhealthy relationship, I want to encourage you to let it go. Even though you're afraid, so afraid, let it go, because you're not doing anything but making this lesson harder for yourself. You're only going to cause yourself serious harm in the end if you don't let it go. If you don't feel valued, if you don't feel appreciated, if you feel like your boundaries are constantly being ran over, if you are experiencing manipulation, if you are experiencing abuse, get out. Get out, get out, get out, because this is not the relationship that you are meant to be in. This is not your person. Like, I'm sorry, but this is not your person. You have manifested this person from a low vibrational space. You have manifested this person through need, through I need this, not, you have not manifested this person through a space of being whole and being healed and being happy with yourself and letting that bring to you someone. But you have attracted this from a low vibrational space. And I want to encourage you to let it go, because once you let it go and once you learn the lessons associated with it and just give it some time, give yourself some time to develop a relationship with yourself, build your self-love game up, start loving on yourself, start taking care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, start encouraging yourself, start uplifting yourself, start being a friend to yourself first, a lover to yourself first. Then in due time, in divine time, your person will show up. And I'm here as a living witness to let you know. You just heard my story. You just heard my story. You just heard my story. But you got to let go of the baggage first. And not just that, you have to be willing to allow yourself to see where in your heart you are broken. and where you need healing. Is it abandonment? Is it self-worth, self-esteem? You have to heal those parts of yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to keep manifesting partners who really don't love you, who really don't value you, who really don't care about you, who will mistreat you, who will abuse you. And the only thing I will be able to tell you is that you need to go back to the drawing board, which is yourself. You need to look in the mirror. You need to look inside of your heart. And you need to get someone to help you identify your emotional wounds. That's all I can say. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video about karmic relationships, toxic relationships, the purpose that they play in our life. Understand that your perspective is either going to help you to get through this or it's going to keep you stuck in this. If you continue to tell yourself that you are a victim, then you are going to keep repeating experiences and repeating people who victimize you and leave you powerless. But if you tell yourself that this relationship was not sent to me, and I did not manifest this relationship because I'm a bad person and because this is what I deserve, but because this relationship wants to show me that, hey, you do deserve more. And we want you to heal these parts about yourself that you do not love and that you do not cater to, so that you can manifest a love, a true love, a spiritual love, a divine union. Because we all deserve that. But we all got to do the work to get that. Because hurt people hurt people. And if God was to send a man into your life or a woman into your life that was everything that you ever prayed for and more, but you have not healed those parts of yourself, those emotional patterns, you will not be able to be with that person because you're going to run them away because you think they're going to abandon you. So you do things, you act out however that looks like because you got abandonment wounds, you got father wounds, you got mother wounds, you got self-esteem wounds, you got self-worth wounds. You will lose that man. You will lose that woman because a healed person ain't got time for that. Ain't got no time for that. So, yeah. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you guys would like for me to talk about, let me know in the comment section. If there's anything that you would like to say about the video, let me know in the comment section. This is an interactive space. This is a safe space. All right. All right. So with that being said, I'm getting off of here. I'm proud of myself. I fought past imposter syndrome once again. I fought past the thoughts that said, don't do the YouTube video. It's not worth it doing the YouTube video. Anybody gonna watch the video? The fear of being successful, the fear of failing, just all those limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. Once again, Jasmine wins. She fought through that shit. So, all right, y'all. I'm vibing out. I got to work in the morning. I just started my new job at UPS last week. And I be up like early, like 3, 4 in the morning early. So, I'm about to go find me a little snacky snack to snack on. Finish smoking the rest of this joint I got rolled up so beautifully. And I don't know, just chill. So, y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all on the next video. Love y'all. Bye.